Hey everyone, my name is Kaylee Russell and I'm a junior here at Jacksonville State University, and this is
Sydney Pettis, and I'm a senior at Weaver High School.
And today I'm just going to talk to you about some dance and flag basics. I sponsor drill team at Weaver High School, and today she's just going to demonstrate for us. So one of the number one things whenever walking into an audition is confidence. And one way to show confidence is always having a smile on your face. Another thing is to have shoulders back, chest up, and your chin up. And it really shows confidence in yourself. And even if you don't have confidence in the dance or the flag that you're doing, it shows confidence in yourself. Another really important thing whenever walking into audition is trying everything more than once. Everything in this video is very basic, and where you might not have to know it right away and they're going to be able to be there to help you with any questions or teach you, it's really important that you always try it more than once and not just give up on the first try. Whenever you're in clinic and someone like your teacher or your instructor brings up a dance move that you don't think you can do, or a flag move that you don't think you can do, it's always important to do it more than once. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is your feet positions. In marching band we only use 3. In total there's 5, but we only use the first 3. The first one is where you put your feet together at the heel and you make a V. And then you go into the second one is where you just step out and your feet are still kind of in that V position. And then the third is when you bring that foot into the arch of your right foot. You bring that left heel into the arch of your right foot. Talk about is your hand positions, and this is really important. I really only use 2 main hand positions other than just down by your side. One of them would be, I call them ballet hands. It's not really technical, but it's almost like when you hold a beach ball. Put your hands out in front of you, and if you turn this side real quick, it's like your arms are really relaxed, your hands are really relaxed, they're not really sharp. You look very relaxed, and your first finger is just out just a little bit. The next hand position that I use is jazz hands, and this is a very theatrical hand position. This is where your palms and your fingers are facing the front, and they're really sharp, really spread out. So what I mean by line is you can see right here, she doesn't break her wrists, and she's not hunching over. Everything is a straight line from the tip of her finger to the other tip of her finger. Same can work with jazz hands. If you switch to jazz hands, she doesn't break her wrists, and everything's facing the front. The thing I want to talk about is the jazz walk. And to start a jazz walk, we're going to start with your feet, and you're going to step on your right toe first, up, and then you're going to cross over your left and come down. And so right toe up, and then left come down. Okay, and then the next thing you want to add whenever doing a jazz walk is your shoulders. You're going to move your shoulders right, left, right, left. So when you add it together, it should look like this. So right, down, left, right, down, left. Okay, so now to see it fast, I'm going to count it off. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now from the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the next thing we're going to go over are a few terms. First one is going to be spotting. Alright, so the definition and the reason that we do spot is so that we don't get dizzy when doing turns. It's one of the most important things that you do whenever you're doing a turn. So she's going to demonstrate, she's going to spot to the camera, and she's just going to do just a turn, a simple turn, to show you what I mean by spotting. You whip your head around really fast, so there. And she whips her head back around, and she keeps looking at the same spot every time she turns around. And if that doesn't make a lot of sense to you right now, once you start doing turns, it will. Next, releve. And this just means that you get up on the balls of your feet. So if you get into first position, so get the first position, and then you go up into releve from first, it just means you lift and you just get on the balls of your feet. You can go into you can go into releve from second position as well, up on the balls of your feet. Turn plie. And this is pretty much the opposite of releve. With a plie, you actually bend right at the knees and you bend out. Yes. And then you can also plie in second position. You can bend down. That's a plie. Tendu, and that's just where your toe just kind of touches the ground in front of you, and or to the side, whichever one. You got to the side of tendu. It's just where your toe touches the ground, and we use this vocabulary a lot whenever we're doing turns. The first one we're going to start with is a chaîné, and I'm just going to teach you real quick how to set up for your turns. So you get back in that position where you hold a beach ball with your ballet hands, and then all you're going to do is open up that left arm, but keep that right arm in front of you. Then you're going to get in a right tendu, so your right foot comes up and just touches the floor, and then you spot to whichever direction you're turning. And for this case, we're turning to the right, so Sydney's going to spot to the right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open up on, it'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, you're going to open up on 1, and you're going to be in releve, so go ahead and open up on 1 in releve. But notice she's still spotting, so that's to that right. Then she's going to close her arms and her legs, and she's still spotting to the right, but now her head has turned left. Then she's going to open back up and whip her head around and spot right again. So it's really hard to do slow, so you can go ahead and relax. It's really hard to do slow. It's a lot easier to do it fast. So let's do just one chaîné turn. We'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. And you'll just go already be prepped. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, close, 2, out, 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, out, 1, close, 2, out, 3. And see, she's still spotting. All right. Now we're going to do 1 8 count of chaîné turns. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. It's fine. Okay, now we're going to do it to the back. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. You're not spotting. I know. The turn we're going to talk about is a piqué turn. It's a little bit different than a chaîné. It's a little bit harder than a chaîné. It starts off the same exact way. So you have your ballet hands tendu with your right foot looking to wherever you're turning, spotting. But instead of opening up, you're going to piqué means prick, so you're going to prick the ground. So you're just going to come up on releve just on your right foot. So one more time, so you're up on releve. Okay, and then once you start doing piqué turns, you're going to put a little more energy behind it. So can you just do 1 piqué turn? So 1, and then when you come back, you're going to come to tendu. So can you do 1 for me? Prick and down. And when you come down, you're going to come back to tendu. So you're going to point that right foot again, that right tendu. So now we're going to do an 8 count of piqué turns. Can you do it? Can you really do it though? Yeah. So 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, 2, tendu, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. A pirouette turn. So this turn is a little bit different. It's stationary. You don't travel with it. Your start out position is a little different. Your right hand is straight out in front of you, and it's not bent. Your left arm is straight out to the left, and if you could turn to the side for me, your left foot is in front, and your right foot is back, and you're kind of balancing that weight evenly in between those 2 feet. Then whenever you start to do your pirouette, it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, and you'll come up to releve and passe. And you'll close those arms in whenever you turn. So it'll be, just do that one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, come up and close, and then just come down, straight down. Yep. All right. So now we're going to do 1 pirouette for you to the front. So it'll be, you go 5, 6, 7. So 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, down. Now turn around to the back. So 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, down 3. And it's important that you spot with this turn too. So Right now we're going to talk about sachets. This is where your arms and your feet are kind of doing opposite things, and overall it's really just a skip. So first we're going to start with our right arm out in front of us and our left arm out to the side, making an L. Now that's going to be counts 1 and 2, and then you're going to come down to ballet hands. That's going to be and then it's going to shoot out to 3, 4, left arm out in front. So it's just opposite. So it's going to look like right arm out, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Then, now we're going to focus on feet. So we're first going to start with our left foot behind us, and it's just going to be a little skip. Our right foot is going to replace our left. So show us 1. So it'll be 1 skip 2, 3 skip 4, 5 skip 6, 7 skip 8. Whenever you put those two together, the arms and the legs, it'll end up being your right arm out in front when your left foot is out in front. So let's just do an 8 count. So 5, 6, 7, 8, left, right, left, and right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, now we're going to just do it the other way to show you. So left foot back, have our ballet hands. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Right arm out, left arm out, right arm out, left. It's a kick line sequence. And for this, your arms are just going to be straight out in a T, palms facing down. And now we're going to turn to the side and we're going to show you. You're going to step with your left foot, kick with your right. Right foot, kick with your left. Left foot, kick to the side. Right foot, kick to the back. And that whole time, your legs are going to be completely straight, and you're going to try and keep from hunching your back over or bending too far back. So let's do it one more time to an 8 with an 8 count. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 up 2, 3 up 4, 5, turn 6, 7, back 8. That was pretty, Sydney. So now we're going to move on to the flag portion of it. And the first thing we're going to talk about is when I say box out. And Sydney is going to show us what box out means. So you hold at the tab and at the stopper. And then it's where your shoulders, it looks like a box. Next term is your toaster, and it's just, whenever I say that, some people get confused, but it's really simple. So turn to the side for me. So if I were to point out Sydney's toaster, it would be where I am to her, or from here to here. And when I say keep in your toaster, it just means to keep the flag as close to your body as possible so we don't start getting really out of hand and away from our bodies, because that's when we can kind of lose control of the flag. So when I say out of or stay in your toaster, it just means keep it as close to your body as you can, but still being like very powerful and having your shoulders back and your chest up. Is the term attention. So a lot of times everyone will be practicing, doing their own little thing, and whenever I call attention, this means that, so I'll say attention, this means you strip, you get boxed out, hand behind your back, chest up, that's attention. And that means that you're listening to me and that you're ready to hear the next few things that I'm going to say, and that keeps everybody on the same page. So whenever I call attention, strip your flags, get boxed out, hand behind your back, in second position. The term we're going to go over is flat. Sydney has it at flat right now. I think we went over it whenever we're doing boxed out, but whenever I say flat, that just means that your flag is parallel to the ground, and you're boxed out, hand at the stopper and hand at the tape. That's one thing I didn't really mention earlier, but this is the tape right here, and this is the stopper. So, yes, so this would be considered a flat. Right and left shoulder, and right and left shoulder is pretty much going from a flat up until you're at the top, and your right hand is still, your hands do not change positions or places. It just comes up above your head, and this left hand is directly almost in front of your belly button, and it's not resting on you, it's out in front, very strong. And at this point, you can go into drop spins or any kind of move, so there's going to be a lot of times that I say go to right shoulder. Left shoulder is the same exact thing, so you can go down to the left flat. I'll go down to a left flat. And left shoulder is the same exact thing. You go start in a left flat, go up to a left shoulder. And the most important thing about being at right or left shoulder is that the flagpole is directly in front of your nose. It should be splitting your body directly in half. You shouldn't be able to see your face, so move it over to where you might be able to see your face a little bit, like sideways. It shouldn't be like this on this side of your body or on the other side. It needs to be directly in front of your nose. Is right and left angles. So it's almost like, it seems like this is getting very repetitive. So you're going to start a flat, go up to right shoulder. A right angle would just be if you hit it 45 degrees. So just go to right. So this would just be a right angle. Left angle is the same thing. You start at left shoulder, so you just switch your hands, and you just end up, you just switch your hands, and you just end up 45 degrees over left shoulder. And it looks kind of like a seatbelt. Drop spins, and this is probably the most trickiest part of flag work when you're first starting out. It starts off in a right shoulder. Oh, I'm going to get close up to this too. And the first thing you're going to do is I'm going to count 5, 6, 7, 8, and on 8 you squeeze, and on that left hand drops down by your side, and you hit that angle with just that right arm up there, just like that. So I'm just going to count out that real quick. So get back to right shoulder. So 5, 6, 7, squeeze, and. Yes, it's a very sharp hit, and that's just so that we don't miss one whenever we drop it. So to move on to 1, you're just going to go 5, 6, 7, squeeze, and then you're going to drop. But one thing that you're not going to do, that Sydney did, is you're not going to drop up here. You're going to drop down here. Your elbows don't need to be up like this. They need to be down. This is just, in order to do this for a long period of time, you just need to be controlled and have it down by your belly button. I think this is a little bit of a long flag. That's why it's a little bit harder. This isn't a spinning flag. This is just for photo prop. But yeah, it should be down by your belly button. So let's just try that one again. So you'll go up to right shoulder, and it'll be 5, 6, 7, squeeze, and 1. And it'll drop down by your belly button. And what you're doing is, now your thumbs are facing down. This is so hard to do. I'll get a close up. Your thumbs are facing down. Your right hand is on top, your left hand is grabbing under, both thumbs facing down. And every time you grab for a drop spin, you're going to grab underneath the hand that is holding onto it. So the next thing would be to move on to 2. You're then going to let go with your right hand, pull up, and you're going to, now your thumbs are up, but you're grabbing with your right hand underneath the left thumbs up with both hands. Alright, and then 3 is the same as 1. Drop it with your right, grab under with your left, then you let go with your right, grab under with your right. It's a little confusing, but if you watch the hands closely, then maybe you can kind of catch on. It's something that we'll really have to work on, especially if you've never done flag before. It can get very confusing, but it's really easy, and once you get it, you can do them forever and ever, all day. Okay, so now we're going to get an 8 count of those drop spins. So remember, it's squeeze on 8, drop and to that angle, and then down on 1, and then you go up on 2, down on 3, up on 4, down, up, down, up. So we're going to stop at 8. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, squeeze, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. Good. Let's do 1 to the back. Let's do 1 to the back. So we're up at right shoulder. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, squeeze, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are fairly easy, except for the fact that you do have to stay in that toaster that we talked about earlier. So the first thing you're going to do is you're at flat, you're going to go up on 1, and your arm's going to come down, your left arm's going to come down, your right arm goes up, right in front of you. Now, that's 1, you're going to come down on 2, flag goes underneath your arm, and then you're gonna move it up. Flag goes behind your back, comes up behind your back. Now, on 4, you're gonna drop it again right behind your head, and then let that flagpole come in front of your body. So that can get a little confusing, but again, once you get it, you can do them forever. So let's go ahead and start back at flat. So you're at flat, and I'll count at 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll just up on 1, and that left arm will just come down. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 6, up 7, down 8. Okay, now we're going to do the back. Starting out at that right flat. 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, down 2, up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finish. And the last turns for the flag portion is a vertical. We're going to talk about a vertical first. So that is where your right hand is gripping at the tape, left is at the stopper. For this case, just because this flag is long, you can just grip at just a little bit below it. So this will be a vertical, and just make sure that it's very strong. The flag is facing down. We're getting ready to go into a hit. You can do a lot of these in a row, but just for now, instead of adding a toss, we're just going to teach what a hit is. And a hit is where you're going to pull, and you're going to stop right here. So just go to flat. You're going to pull to a flat, and that's your release point. So you're going to release right here. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, and it'll be like 1, and you'll release on 1, catch 2. It's a very fast toss. It's just supposed to be right in front of your face. So let's just do 1 hit. So 5, 6, 7, 8, out 1, catch 2. And something very important with this, it can be a little tough, but it does end up transitioning a little bit easier into tosses if you can get 1 hit, is if your hands are far apart. And when you pull and when you release, don't catch it close together. Keep your hands apart. 1, catch 2. Catch it right back where you released from. So let's just try one more. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, out 1, catch 2. Yes, that was good. Okay, now turn around to the back. Let's do 1 to the back. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, out 1, catch 2. Good. I hope that this video really did help you. I hope that you can take something from this, and I wish you all the luck at tryouts and clinic.